What's up, everybody? This is Cool Dude and Ultra Marvel Nerd here. Today we are going to be doing a cool review of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah, I'm up to date with the series. I literally just finished it, by the time I upload this video, I just finished it yesterday. So, it's so awesome. So, let's get right into the review. And of course, no spoilers for this one, because much like WandaVision, it's not one of those things like Mandalorian Season 2, where I have to talk about the spoiler, because it's what I think a big part of what makes the scene so good, because they're not. Spoilers are awesome, they're good, but I want you to watch the show for yourself to find out why. I'm not going to tell you, so without further ado, let's just get into it. Falcon and the Winter Soldier follows up Falcon, still played by Anthony Mackie, after the events of Avengers Endgame, which, if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame, why are you watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier? So, I'm just going to briefly go over, basically, Captain America, after he returns the stones, he passes his shield along to Sam Wilson to become the new Captain America. Of course, when this show starts, he doesn't do that. And I don't think that's spoiling anything, because the marketing literally just shows Falcon giving up the shield, so I don't think that's that big of a spoiler anymore. So, he gives it up the shield, but then this new Captain America comes along named John Walker. He's an interesting kind of guy. He's an interesting dude. He's just what the Americans call him, the new Captain America. Just the one that they need right now. The government needs anyway. Maybe not the people. So, Sam just dealing with all this new personal stuff, and along the way we meet Bucky Barnes, once again played by Sebastian Stan, who is struggling with his past life as Winter Soldier. He's just been having these nightmares and delusions, and just can't seem to get over all the past pain that he's been through. And so basically their paths intertwine on their quest to find out these group of terrorists known as the Flag Smashers, who are basically kind of like the human versions of Thanos. They just want to, overpopulation is their whole shtick, and they think killing people will make up for it. They think killing others will just somehow bring balance to things or whatever. They're just, they do what terrorists do in comic books and all that stuff. So, so the rest of the series basically follows Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes reluctantly teaming up together. They form a bond over the course of the show to stop the Flag Smashers, and along the way hijinks ensue with John Walker trying to be the new Captain America, and Sam Wilson also tries to struggle with his grips, becoming the new Captain America, and if he fits into the world of being Captain America in the public's eyes, and especially him being African American, and also Bucky just struggling to overcome his past trauma. Oh yeah, and also Baron Zemo's in the show. I say Baron Zemo's in the show because, to be completely honest, he's cool, he's great, and he is in the show. He does play a good part in it, but he's not really that as important as, the marketing would make it out to be. That's all I'll say about that. But I won't say what he's doing. I don't want to say why he's here, but I'm just telling you, he's not gonna be as big as you think he's gonna be in the show. So let's get over the pros first. Pro number one, just the biggest thing I have to say is it actually made me give a damn about Falcon and Winter Soldier. Now, don't get me wrong. Falcon and Winter Soldier before this show was not bad. They weren't bad characters. They were fun. I like to see them interact with people, and I did feel bad for Bucky Barnes in Civil War. And, Falcon does have some cool moments here and there, but the thing with them is I never really got to understand them as well as I did with Iron Man or Thor or, even the original Captain America, Steve Rogers, or even the Guardians of the Galaxy. I just didn't really get to feel them as established people. So I'm glad this show exists, and the best thing I think it does is really get you to connect more with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. In a show called Falcon and the Winter Soldier, who knew that they're going to get some more development? But seriously, I just love Sam so much, and I feel like we just get a much more concrete idea about who he is, and it makes me want to see more of him. It makes me really want to see more of his journey. It really makes me want to see him overcome all this whole stuff about being Captain America and the struggles of it. And Bucky Barnes is also really good. I think I liked Bucky a little bit more before, this show came out. I think I liked Bucky more than Falcon, but they're pretty much even now. Falcon, I might like Falcon a little more than Winter Soldier, if I'm being honest. It's amazing how well they got him down for the show. It's amazing. It's cool, and half of that is because of Anthony Mackie's really great performance. But yeah, just Bucky is just a lot more developed in this show. I do think Falcon has a bit more stake in the plot if you actually watch the show than Bucky. But Bucky has a part. He has his big moment. But Falcon is definitely more integral to the story, progressing forward, But besides Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which are excellent, all the other side characters are good. Flag Smashers are just a very intimidating presence in the show. Zemo, for as little of a presence he does make on the show, he's still really great as always. I mean, I liked him in Civil War, and he's great here. I think he just has a lot more time to shine in this one, as just a character. And yeah, there's just a lot more. There's some old characters coming back. There's some new faces in this show. This is like a nice little mix. And I don't know, for me personally, I think I like this better than WandaVision. Now, I definitely know it's a preference thing, and just don't go spamming in the comments, F you, I love WandaVision, F you, you're stupid. Just look, just don't, alright? I get it, it's my own opinion. You can disagree with me, but do it in a respectful manner that doesn't have you looking like a 5-year-old, alright? Is that fine enough with you? Cool. Don't get me wrong, WandaVision was great and all, but my main problem with WandaVision is Wanda herself. I just don't think we really earned that moment. If you've seen my review of WandaVision, you know that I don't really agree with how the show really made her look like this grand superhero by the end of the show, based on the actions that she did. You know, President's Town, which I don't feel like she earned that moment. I don't feel like it's justified for her yet. This, on the other hand, while Falcon did make the mistake early in not accepting the shield, over the course of the show, I think he actually learns to understand those consequences. It's not like Wanda, where it's just, what the hell are you doing? Why are you doing this? And even by that end of the show, it's like, I guess, but you still did all that bad stuff. Like, I don't think you earned this yet. I don't think you got what you... And it just... There's no repercussions for her actions. I think that's what makes me more mad. I think Falcon in this show just gets the right repercussions that he needs for the things that he does do, and he fixes all the stuff that he should to make him a likable character. It makes him a likable character on this journey. And, it might also, just a little side note, I think this show feels a lot more like a mini Marvel movie to me. I mean, WandaVision definitely has a TV show format because... I mean, no duh. The concept alone is just like all TV show written all over it. But this one definitely feels more like a Marvel movie. Like a slightly longer Marvel movie. I mean, I get why it's a show because they don't want to cram like all those 50 minutes together into like 5-hour movie or something like that. Or 4.5 hours or whatever. But, it just feels like a mini Marvel movie. In a good way, though. It's not effective in anything. I also love how they develop Captain America as a symbol. Because when you really think about it, Captain America is a very wacky idea. And if that actually existed today, I don't know if it did go that well. I mean, the whole idea of Captain America from the start is just an American symbol of patriotism. So I like that this show really kind of delves into the consequences and the overall, repercussions of being a man who wears an American flag as a costume, just beating the crap out of bad guys. The impact that can make on the world and just how it sees people, and the person who wears that suit and the shield and all that is, it's gonna be a weird history. It's gonna be a weird thing to carry. So I'm glad that show actually explores the legacy of that shield, which the trailers also seem to hinge a lot on, for the show. So, I also just like the show better than WandaVision. I'm sorry, getting a little off topic, but I'm just going all over the place right now. I love this show more than WandaVision because it's a lot more grounded. I just like those kind of movies better. I like WandaVision's surrealness. I like the weird stuff that it does, all like the wacky hijinks with the sitcom stuff. But this one I just feel like was a lot better paced, I feel like the characters were a little bit more developed, and I feel like... it got me to care about them more. Wanda is fine. I'll just whatever, it's cool, she's alright. And Vision, it's alright, cool. But Bucky and Falcon, I'm like, yes, I want to see more of you guys. You guys work so well off each other, and you guys have just such great arcs, I just want to see more. So, that's just my personal opinion, though. So, with that all out of the way, with all that pointless stuff about WandaVision, let's actually get to the cons of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Because there are a few, and I feel like we should go over them, so let's do that. Con number one for me is, this really is like a nitpick for me a little bit, but I think I could have used a little bit more with John Walker. Not to spoil where he goes, where his storyline goes, because I think it's really interesting in the show, and it's definitely rooted in the comic books if you know them. But towards the end, they leave his whole character arc on a cliffhanger, which I'm like, really? Do you have to do that, Marvel? I thought his story could have had a bit more to him. I wanted a bit more time with John Walker in that whole story arc that he has towards the end. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's cool what he is in the show. I just wished we could have gotten a little more of that throughout the course of the series. So that's just me. Con number 2, the finale. The finale is not bad. It's not. I think Wanda. It's not. I still stand by the WandaVision's finale was a bit compared to the rest of the show. But this one is not as bad. It's still good. It's a good episode. It's a good way to end the show for sure. It's like, I like where it ends with Falcon and Bucky especially. But everyone else, I just feel like there's a lot of loose ends with them. There's a lot of just cliffhangers that I feel like they're leaving for other Marvel movies or other Marvel shows that they're going to explore with them. With the Flag Smashers, mostly a plot, like a cliffhanger. Like, sure, they do, their plots, like, they do come to a head in that episode, but, like, it's still, like, a bit of a cliffhanger after that fact. John Walker's whole thing is a cliffhanger, which I'm not, not super thrilled about, but, like, I think I get it. But I just wish I could have had a little more time with John Walker in general. And, there's an old character in the show that comes back, Sharon Carter. I don't think that's a spoiler. I think Sharon Carter's in the trailer, so I'm just gonna say Sharon Carter. There's a whole arc with her that I just feel like it's cool. It's a nice little reveal, but like there's nothing done with it, at least until the end credits scene in that final episode. I mean, but that also is a cliffhanger. It's cool. I like that cliffhanger, but like I don't know. I feel like there could have been a little bit more development to that. I mean, there's a little subtle hints here and there about what she's doing, but it's just, I feel like a little out of nowhere. Just a little out of nowhere. I mean, it's no Star Wars Episode 9 where Kylo's like, oh, by the way, Palpatine's your grandfather. Like, what the okay. Sorry, I just don't get that. For the life of me, I will never get that reveal. I just don't get why they did that. But other than that, honestly, that's all I got. That's all the cons I got. I'm sorry, this show's really good. Overall, I'm going to give this a 4 Cap Shields out of 5. This show is just very, very good. It's a blast, and I just think it's really grounded. Falcon and Winter Soldier are fantastic characters in the show. Like, they're much more developed than they've ever have been, and I couldn't be happier for that. The new characters mixed with the old characters are great. The whole exploring the legacy of the Captain America shield and the idol, I think, is really well handled. And it just overall is a nice paced story, and it does honestly feel like a mini Marvel movie in the best way. Now, some of the characters I don't think were that well developed, didn't have as much presence as they should. And, oh yeah, I guess I should have one more thing about those characters not being developed while we're just wrapping this up. One more con I would say is Zemo. I'm not saying he's bad in the show. He's great. He has his good moments, and I just enjoy watching him in that show. But I just feel like the marketing might make him seem a bit more important than he actually is in the series. I'm not saying he's not important. He is an important part, but like not as much as the show hypes it up to be. All the posters they have for him and everything. That's just me. So the characters may not be all that developed or given the amount of screen time that I think they deserve, and I think there's a bit too many like dangling threads and loose ends towards the end of the show, but this doesn't take away from the fact that Falcon and Winter Soldier is a great Disney Plus series, and it's a great way to continue MCU Phase 4, so I'm looking forward to it. And oh my god, you better believe I'm going to spam and watch the hell out of Loki, because it looks awesome. I love Loki as a character. Tom Hiddleston's going to be great, and yeah. So, expect Loki Season 1 review to come out on this channel when that finally drops and when I can watch all the episodes. So, with that, that's going to wrap it up for this review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and let me know what you think of Falcon and the Winter Soldier down in the comments below. If you don't watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you don't have Disney Plus or anything like that, then just leave me a comment in general about whatever, and I'll be happy to read it. And until next time, guys, stay cool, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye, y'all.